Episode 1. Friday, the 6th of December 2024. The 3 journeys of the Werkstatt Nordstern. Before I start with that, I believe that it is much easier to understand things if you know about the backstory or history of the item which needs to be explained. This backstory or history is usually related with people, especially their thoughts and feelings. For that, I intend from now on, and also all episodes which might be follow in future, to not talk only about the objective item itself, but also about the personal attitudes, feelings, or even fears which might have an influence on the general topic. My name is Klaus Priebs. 3 years ago, a sudden dismissal gave me the opportunity to do something which I ever intended to do, namely founding a small company which develops new positive things and bringing them into the world. I called it Werkstatt Nordstern. Currently, the Werkstatt Nordstern simply is not more or less than a house and home handcrafts service. That was to have a first start into the self-reliance, and it gives me also more freedom in taking own independent decisions. In general, the Werkstatt Nordstern for me is comparable to a ship, but not a fishing boat. It has more the meaning of a ship for doing journeys, especially exploration expeditions. And I'd like to invite you to come with me, as observer or maybe even as part of the crew, because I believe society really needs and therefore should have the possibility to nose into every new development as early as possible, because science and its technical developments concerns all of us. It specifies us as society. Research Trip 1. That is the main journey. All other journeys are simply side trips, like practical study trips from this main journey. The Journey 1 shall work on the following 3 questions. Why do, even in the 21st century, so many people on our earth suffer wounds thus fatal? Why is mankind up to now not capable to cope with putting an end on the continuously growing ecological destruction? Why are we, also after reams of wars, not able to supply international understanding and peace? But I know about the following discrepancy. As superciliously it would be to believe, respective these 3 existential questions, to be able to supply even only rudimentary solutions, as miserable, on the other hand, it would be not to try exactly this over and over again. In this spirit, the Journey 1 shall at least deliver a small contribution for a better understanding of the spiritual abyss of human failure, the deserts of human disinterest and intolerance, and the dark forests of human anxiety. But Journey 1 might also lead us to the heights of human bravery, the vales of human charity and attentiveness, and to the places of human passion and inspiration. Research Trip 2. It is an excursion into the practical development of a new object of human needs under the premise of the greatest possible implementation of sustainability. Because it is part of being human to experience new things and to reach new horizons. We can do this with passion and dedication, but always with an awareness of our responsibility for what we do or do not do. This research trip will attempt to develop a new type of vehicle for outdoor use, but in such a way that the product is created that does not generate any severe stresses or subsequent damage to people and the environment, but fits harmoniously into the natural processes of life on this planet. This means both for us as developers and producers, and also for the future consumer, that we have to say goodbye to certain beloved materials and methods, or at least severely limit them. It is often said, for example, that plastics have become an indispensable part of our lives. But who actually gives us the right to simply suggest with such carelessness that there is no alternative when A. Not so long ago we managed completely without plastics, B. We have known for decades how little we humans are able to dispose of and recycle plastics properly, and C. The findings about the striking extent to which discarded or worn out plastic in the form of microplastics threatens our entire living environment and even our own health have becoming more and more worrying for years. I believe that we as developers and producers have a special responsibility in this regard. Journey 2 can therefore also be seen as an experiment to see whether it is possible to make the complex product development of a new type of technical consumer product as sustainable as possible from an ecological and social perspective, and to place it on the broad market for leisure and outdoor products. The task is to combine hiking on land by bicycle and hiking on water by kayak in a new type of vehicle. I had the idea back in 2005 when we stopped at a lovely body of water on a bike tour, and I had a strong desire to continue the tour from there in a kayak. Hiking, whether on foot, by bike or in a canoe or kayak, is one of my favorite leisure activities, and it would be even more appealing if you could combine hiking on land and on water in harmony with nature. Since then, I have put a lot of hours into this project. Here are just a few impressions from that time. Research Trip 3. At the end of Trip 2, there's a real journey to be undertaken. The test drive with a fully developed Kayak. I will probably have to summon up all the courage I will have left for this trip then, as it will take me through large parts of Europe, assuming the Kayak and myself can cope with. I would like to visit as many places as possible where people are walking who are also concerned with remarkable ecological and social alternatives, and who are not afraid to swim against the tide. But perhaps this journey will also take me to places where things are heading in a not so nice, socially problematic direction. Perhaps in the alternation of opposites and in the spirit of the goals of Journey 1, it will be possible to gain at least a small amount of insight into the tragedies of our current social and ecological development, and to provide suggestions for a change towards a new, more mindful human consciousness. I don't know yet when it will happen. I don't even know if it will ever happen. But I suppose that I will not give up until the very end. My fuel is the firm belief that we humans can change once we understand what is really important on this, our shared, unique planet. I will try to put more videos online at more or less regular intervals so that everyone who is interested in can take part. I would of course be very happy about positive feedback. That would be my fuel, so to speak, or, to put it more ecologically, the right wind in my sails.